So this is a hot cayenne pepper that we've been growing in the family garden outdoors, and I just want to show you where we've been. So this is what typically starts the process, and then it turns into these little buds right here, these little flower buds that are white. They open up and you can't really see the little thing that's coming out of the white part that clearly, but this little thing under here, right there, is where the peppers come out. So this right here, you can see we have a baby pepper here, and this here is a large pepper, cayenne pepper, but it's still green. Now we have several of these little guys hanging up on the bush, now that you can see them so easily, because they kind of like blend in to the background because the peppers are green too. There's multiples in here, there's more, but for some reason this little guy that's in here has matured and it is fully done. And the one thing about these peppers that people should know, the longer they hang on the vine, the hotter the heat becomes from them. So we're not exactly sure, because there's a very teeny tip of this pepper that's still green, and we're not sure of this part up here, you see it, if it's going to even turn green, because it doesn't have a remote change in color. It hasn't gone through any of the stages yet. So we might just leave it on here for like a day or two longer, because it is going to be very hot, because even green, the cayenne peppers have a little bit of heat to them, but the more they heat up, the more that they get a little bit more spicier. So then you can see they kind of trying to move the leaf out the way so you can see it against my hand. They kind of take on different shapes. They just grow however they want to, but for the most part, these are going to have like a squiggly shape to them. They're not going to grow like in a straight, say here it goes again against my hand. They're not going to typically grow completely straight. Even this one, it looks straight, it still has a little bit of a curve to it. Here goes another one that looks straight, but it still has a bit of a curve to it. It's not that big of a bush, and we are actually growing these in a flower pot. We actually found it's easier to manage the soil content, meaning, you know, get rid of the dirty soil, get new soil, keep the soil as clean. If this, you know, if there are bugs or something that's in the soil that's eating the plant, it's a lot easier to manage it in a flower pot, because you just have to be careful, switch out the roots, and there you go, voila, you're in a new situation. This is another one, and you can get a good look, because he hasn't started to pepper yet, but you can look at his little buds that are in here, and you can see that he is in the starting phases with the flowers on him. Let's see if we can move this one up gently. See? So he is actually moving along, and here's another one right here that's actually coming along. So he is doing well, and we're pretty happy with it. I mean, this plant took a little bit of a beating with the Isai rain, but he's fine. And now this pepper plant here, he has very healthy leaves, whereas on the other two you can see they were kind of drooping for some reason this year. But they're all the pepper plants seem to flower with white flowers, and then the peppers come out, like you see this one here as well. So that seems to be indigenous to their species. This is the cayenne pepper, and this is the Palo Blanco ancho pepper, and the leaves are very similar between the Palo Blanco ancho pepper and the cayenne pepper. And they're kind of curled up. They're not fully spread. So if you look at these leaves, you see how they have a curl to them. And then you see this one, some of them are curled, but this one right here by itself, it actually has a full spread. These leaves are curled, and this one here has a full spread. So he is kind of like suffering a little bit. And then he's got baby leaves that look like they're doing well. So I think they're going to be fruitful, and I think that they're going to give us plenty. But I just wanted to show you what the cayenne pepper looked like when it was ready to go. So it's been red. I think this is the second day that it's been red. I want to put some pictures up that show it. So today is Friday. Thursday it turned red. I have a picture of Wednesday when it was still on the verge of turning red, so I'll put those up as well on Instagram and Facebook so that you can see them. And that is the tour of the peppers that are in our home garden. Thank you for watching.